Hey everyone, and welcome to my tutorial on 2B's body. First off, here you can see all the pieces you need. It's a lot, I know. First of all, I already pre-cut all the pieces. Next up, you fixate all the pieces I'm showing you now, which is the color, all open round spaces which could end up being wider. And lastly, for the sleeve, you want to use this very thick and fluffy fixation to make it look more puffy. Don't forget to fix the smaller pieces as well. Sometimes you want to just make a small strip, and sometimes you want to make sure to make a big space. First of all, we'll take the sleeves. Take the biggest stitch you have and make sure to make a big thread in the middle of the seam allowance on the top. This you'll later use to scrunch up the sleeves to get this puffy effect. Do this on the top and the bottom because it will also be scrunched up in the bottom. Here you can see how you can just pull on the thread that you leave at the end and at the beginning. So now we start with the panty part. Take up your pieces from the white jersey that you used and overlock together the side seams. Make sure to use 4 white threads so you don't have any black threads or black parts shining through. Besides the side seams, you can also overlock the little crotch area and the back of it. Now take some white jersey leftovers and cut out a square. Overlock the top and the bottom. The left and the right long side will overlock together later. We'll be using the square to cover up the crotch area a bit more, because white usually is a very shine-through color. Now pin it on the panty, as you can see here, and sew it on with a zigzag stitch. We'll use a zigzag stitch to make sure the whole thing stays elastic. Now you can fold it down and pin it to the sides. As you can see, it does stick a little bit out now, but don't worry, we'll cut it off later. Measure out the size of your leg holes and the desired length. Then you take out some very thin elastic and pin it on the panty. Now I usually do this with a lot of pins, but if you're not that experienced with the work with elastics, you may want to fixate it with your hand first and then overlock it together. As you can see, I simply overlocked over the elastic together with the panty. And now that it's done, I'll zigzag over it with folding it in so you don't see the overlock on the outside. You need to stretch out the fabric a bit so it doesn't scrunch up ugly. It kind of needs a little bit getting used to it, but in the end, it should work out. Now you can try on your panty and see if it fits. Of course, there's still some things I need to adjust, so I'll do that right now. As you can see, now it's a little bit tighter. I simply took away some of the back seam, and then I made sure to get rid of all the loose threads. Now we can go to the top. First of all the net fabric that you used and all open seams will have to be overlocked. So everywhere where you fixated before and every seam allowance of the net will be overlocked now. This will take a while. And now you can also change back to the black threads. Now you can fold over the seam allowance you just overlocked. Using a white thread to get this kind of fancy look to bee has, I made a visible fixation on the front side. I've sewn over it twice to make sure you can actually see the white, because else it would kind of be invisible on the fabric I chose. So as you can see, it's decoration, but on the inside it also works to hold back the seam allowance. Now you can pin in your little net part. For this as well, you can, for one part, make decorative stitch, but also hold in the net with it. Now onto the back. Same goes as well. Overlock over the open seams. And then later you can fold it over and use the decorative white stitch to hold it back together. A little piece of advice here for the sharp edges. You can scrunch the fabric on the left side and kinda struggle through it. I would train this on leftover fabric because you do have to really fold it on the left side and stretch it out on the right side. And you wouldn't want to cut into your nice fabric. For the little net piece on the back, you can leave the top side open. Now you can also pin the net in again and sew over it like this. Here you also have to be careful not to mess up your edges. Again, I'd advise you to do this on a leftover fabric first to make sure you can get this right. Now we can pin together the middle in the back and sew over this. Since we're also sewing with the sewing machine, you should also use a zigzag stitch, because this part will also have to be elastic. You can then iron the back seam so that the seam allowance, one goes left and one goes right. Last but not least, overlock together your shoulder part. I advise you to do this on the back side because you usually iron it into the front, so it looks nice from the inside. If no one's looking on the inside, you can overlock wherever you want. So that's it for now. We'll see us again in part 2. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day!